Beginner's Pilates, Session 2. For this video, you'll need something soft to lie on, like an exercise mat or a towel. Warm up. Begin by lying on your mat with your knees bent and your feet hip distance apart. Pelvis nice and settled in neutral. Arms relaxed down by your sides and head resting either on your mat or a small folded towel or cushion. From here, I'd like to place your hands onto your lower tummy. And as you breathe in, just feel that tummy gently rise into your hands. And as you breathe out, feel the tummy gently soften down away from your hands. Breathe in, feel the gentle rise, and breathe out and feel the gentle fall. Now this time, as you breathe out, I want you to very gently draw your tummy muscles in. As you breathe in and the tummy rises, relax those tummy muscles. And as you breathe out, you're going to gently draw those tummy muscles in. You can start to add the pelvic floor to this movement, which means that as you breathe in, the tummy relaxes and the pelvic floor relaxes. And as you breathe out, you very gently engage both. And you'll start to get this feeling a little bit like you're zipping up your trousers as you breathe out and unzipping them as you breathe in. Now let's add a pelvic tilt to this move. So if you place your hands down either side of your body, take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out and draw those muscles up and in, you're going to gently roll the pelvis backwards so the lower back sinks into your mat, and then release the pelvis back to center. Take a breath in to relax and prepare. Breathe out, gently tilt the pelvis backwards so the lower back softens into your mat. Take a breath into the ribs, and breathe out, come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, gently rock the pelvis back. Nice breath into that rib cage. And breathe out and come back to center. Inhale, exhale, gently roll the pelvis backwards. Breath in and breathe out, come back to center. You could also use the imagery of a marble resting on the front of your pelvis. And as you breathe out and tilt the pelvis back, that marble will roll into your belly button. And then as you release the pelvis back to center, the marble will roll back to the center of your pelvis. Let's make the next one your last one, and then we're going to do shoulder drops. So this time you're going to reach both arms up towards the ceiling, leaving the pelvis nice and still now. Float both arms up into the air, turn the palms in towards each other, and with one arm, reach the fingertips of that hand towards the ceiling, and then let the back of the shoulder relax onto the floor, and change. Reach the fingertips of the other hand up towards the ceiling, and then relax the back of the shoulder onto the floor. Reaching up as you breathe in, and relaxing down as you breathe out. Reaching up with the hand as you breathe in, and relaxing down as you breathe out. You'll start to get a feeling a little bit like your shoulders are getting a little wider apart as you stretch between the shoulder blades, almost resetting the shoulders. Let's have a couple more of those. Reaching up and relaxing down. And reaching up and relaxing down. You're now going to bend the elbows just a little bit there, and then take both arms out to the sides either side of you, and then bring the arms back up to the top. So we've got a little bend in those elbows, so your arms are a little bit rounded there as the arms come out and in. And with this one, you'll feel a nice stretch across the front of the chest and the shoulders. Your elbows may or may not touch the floor. You're just working at a comfortable range for you. And this is a lovely exercise for getting the shoulders back, getting that nice stretch across the front of your body. Just have one or two more, opening out on one breath and bringing it back on the next. Keeping those arms at armpit level, not letting them gravitate above your face or down towards your tummy. Now relax the hands down beside you. Let's move on to leg slides. Imagining you've got your feet in sand, I want you to slide one leg along the floor like you're pushing sand away with your foot. And draw the tummy muscles in and drag the foot back towards your bottom. Take a breath in to relax and prepare. Breathe out, tummy in, slide the other leg along the floor. Take a breath into the ribs and breathe out, drag your foot towards your bottom. So just that image of pushing your foot through sand and then drawing it back and trying to keep that knee pointing towards the ceiling as you slide your legs side to side. Using your tummy muscles every time you move the leg. And not only are you working your core here, but you're also working a little bit into the backs of the legs, warming them up, preparing them for the exercises on your front later. We're going to start to add the opposite arm to this, thinking a little bit about shoulder stability and coordination. So after this next one, you're going to slide the shoulder down away from the ear, and as you slide your leg away, you're going to take the opposite arm up and over your head. Here we go. So draw the tummy in, slide your leg, and take the opposite arm over your head, and then bring both back to center at the same time. Slide the leg away, other arm over your head, and bring both back at the same time. Don't worry about touching the floor behind you. It's more about keeping the shoulder away from the ear and keeping the shape of the arm, and coordinating both limbs with your breath, drawing the tummy muscles in each time you move. Let's have one more on each side. And then we're going to move into ankle circles. For ankle circles, you're just going to bring one knee up towards your chest. So if you're still working, make this the last one. And then, with both knees bent, just hug one knee up towards your chest, holding on either at the shin or the back of the thigh, whichever's more comfortable for you. And just give that ankle some little circles in one direction, relaxing the toes as you go. And then circle in the opposite direction. And then place the foot down and change sides. Hug the other knee in towards the chest, either holding on at shin or thigh. And circle the ankle. 4 circles in one direction. And 4 circles in the other direction. And place the foot down. Well done. Glutes and hamstrings. Lying on your sides, take a small cushion and place it between your knees. From there, roll onto your tummy and allow your head to relax down either onto your hands or the floor. With your feet hip distance apart and your lower back nice and long, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, I want you to draw the tummy in very gently, squeeze your bottom and draw the inner thighs towards that block. And as you breathe in, relax. And again, as you breathe out, draw the tummy in, bottom, inner thighs. And breathe in to relax. As you exhale, gently engage the lower tummy, squeeze your bottom, draw the inner thighs towards the block. And as you inhale, relax. And as you exhale, gently squeeze towards that cushion. And as you inhale, relax away from the cushion. You've got 6 more. Squeeze and relax. And 5. Squeeze and relax. And 4. Squeeze and relax. And 3. Squeeze and relax. And 2. Squeeze and relax. And last one, squeeze and relax. Well done. Now take the cushion out, roll back onto your tummy, again resting your head down, and we're going to curl the legs side to side. So curling one foot towards your bottom, side to side. So lengthening out through the lower back, both hip bones relax down onto the floor. Draw your tummy in, squeeze both sides of your bottom and curl one foot towards your bottom, and then stretch the leg back out. And change sides, squeeze your bottom and curl. And as you breathe in, stretch the leg back out. Again, squeeze your bottom and curl. And stretch the leg out. Tummy in, squeeze your bottom and curl. And stretch the leg out. 6 more. Really focusing on keeping both hip bones onto the floor and the lower back long. And if you're allowing those hips to press down into the floor as you squeeze, you'll feel that work right up into your bottom as well as the back of the leg. Only taking that leg as far as is comfortable for you, and also feeling a nice stretch at the front of the thigh. Squeeze and relax. Last 1 or 2, whatever evens you out. And then we're going to move on to swimming legs. So with straight legs this time, same thing, tummy in, bottom in, and then just float one leg straight off the floor and lower it down. So without bending the knee this time, nice straight leg floats up and lowers down. Tummy in, bottom in, float and lower. And float like a pencil, like your leg's a pencil floating up and down off the floor. Only lifting that leg as high as you can go without the pelvis rotating sideways, so without your hip bone lifting off the floor and without your lower back shortening. So this isn't about height, it's a small lift, keeping that leg long and keeping both sides of your bottom engaged as you lift. Last 1 or 2, whatever evens you out. And then we're going to bring our bottoms back towards our heels and stretch out that lower back. So place your hands by your sides, bring yourself up onto your knees and bring your bottom back towards your heels. Or if that's not comfortable, you can lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest. Abdominals. Let's start with the muscles in the waist. Lie down with your arms outstretched either side of you, with your palms facing towards the ceiling, and your knees bent, with the insides of the feet together and the thighs connected. Keeping your upper back nice and flat on your mat, you're going to take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, I want you to draw your tummy muscles in and allow both knees to roll over to the right-hand side of the room as you roll your head to turn to face the left-hand side of the room. Take a breath in to hold that, keeping that left shoulder blade flat on your mat, and breathe out and bring everything back to center at the same time, using the muscles in the waist to bring the weight of the legs back. Breathe in to relax and prepare. Breathe out, draw your tummy muscles in and bring your legs to your left as you turn your head to the right, keeping that right shoulder blade flat on your mat. So it's just a small ease over with those thighs. Breathe into your rib cage and breathe out. Use the muscles in your waist to bring everything back to center. 1 more each side. Breath in to relax and prepare. Breathe out and roll the thighs over to your right as you turn your head to your left. Keep that left shoulder blade down, don't let it lift off. Breathe into the rib cage. Breathe out, really pull those tummy muscles in to bring it all back to center. And make the next one your last one. Take a breath in and breathe out, tummy in, over you go. Roll it round, upper back nice and flat and relaxed onto the mat, and use your waist to come back. Now this is the slightly easier version. You can stay with this if this feels better for you, or if you have any back issues, this might be more comfortable. Otherwise, float both arms up into the air, fingertips to the ceiling. Straight arms. This time, as you take your knees to your right and your head to your left, I want you to open those arms back out either side of you into that T shape again. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, really pull that tummy in and bring everything back to center. Legs back, arms back, nose back pointing towards the ceiling. And change directions. Take a breath in, breathe out, knees to the left, head to the right, open the arms out in a T shape again. And then really use those tummy muscles to bring everything back to center at the same time. If this isn't comfortable for you, just leave your arms out to the sides and work with just the legs. Otherwise, let's have 1 more each side. Knees one way, head the other way. And use the waist to bring it all back, keeping those thighs connected so those inner thighs are working as you go. And last one. Arms open out as the knees go one way, head goes the other way. And then use those tummy muscles to bring everything back to center. And then relax your arms back down by your sides. Going into the lower abdominals, so feet are hip distance apart this time. You're going to start with your basic knee fold, and for the basic knee fold, we maintain neutral with our pelvis. So take a breath in to prepare, and as you breathe out, draw the tummy in and float one knee up over your hip. Hold it there, breathe into the rib cage, keeping the pelvis still. Use those tummy muscles as you lower the leg down. Breath in to relax and prepare. Breathe out, draw the tummy in, other knee floats up over your hip. Breathe into the rib cage to hold it, and breathe out, use the tummy muscles as you lower the leg down. Let's have one more each side. Breath in. Breathe out, draw the tummy in, float a knee, keeping that pelvis still. Take a breath into your rib cage, and breathe out and lower it down. Make the next one your last one. Breath in. Breathe out, float the knee up. Breath into your rib cage. And breathe out, tummy in, lower it down. Now, you can stay with this, or we can come up a gear into the double knee pickup. So we start by lifting one knee again. You're going to float one knee up over your hip. From there, allow your lower back to sink into your mat, pull your tummy in a little tighter, and lift the other leg up. So both legs are in the air there. Breathe into your rib cage. Breathe out, tummy in. Keep that tummy drawn in as you lower one leg to the floor without your back lifting. Breath in to hold it. Breathe out, keep that tummy in, and lower the other leg slowly down. And change sides. We breathe in to relax and prepare. We breathe out and take one leg up. Let that lower back soften into your mat. Draw the tummy in a little tighter and see if you can float the other leg up, keeping that back down. Take a breath in and breathe out, tummy in. As you lower the weight of that leg, that back needs to be able to stay softly down into your mat. And then slowly take the other leg down. So if you find you're not able to keep the back softly imprinted into the mat, just stay with the first version. Just stay with one leg up, one leg down in a nice neutral. The other thing to watch is that your legs are not going too straight. So as you take these legs up, you're not staring at your shins, okay? So there's a nice little bend in the knees there. Tummy in as you lower one leg down. And a little tighter as you lower the other leg down. Make the next one your last one. Tummy in, float one knee up. Tummy a little tighter. Pelvis softly tilted backwards, just a tiny, tiny tilt back with that other leg. And then lower one. And gently lower the other one. Well done. So remember, any discomfort with that one, just stay with the first leg, just one leg up, one leg down. Now you're going to bring yourself up onto your hands and knees, so rolling onto your sides. Bring your hands up in front of you, and then coming up onto all fours with your hands directly below your shoulders and your knees under your hips. If you're not comfortable on hands and knees, if you have issues with your wrists or your knees, just skip this exercise and move on to the back section. So slide the shoulders away from the ears, looking at the floor like it's a mirror. So the neck is nice and long. Hands directly below those shoulders, knees directly below those hips, so you look like a table. You're going to take a breath in to relax and prepare. And then as you breathe out, draw your tummy muscles in and slide an opposite arm and leg away from each other, letting the arm float up, but keeping the back toes on the floor. Take a breath into the ribs to hold it, and breathe out and slide those limbs back underneath you again. Breathe in to relax and prepare. Breathe out, draw your tummy in to keep the lower back still. Slide the opposite arm and leg away from each other. Back toes on the floor as the arm floats up. And then bring it all back underneath you. And again, draw the tummy in, slide an opposite arm and leg away, keeping the hips level and the shoulders level. Trying not to lean into that supporting leg. Breath in and breathe out, slowly come back. And one more time on the other side. Inhale, exhale, draw the tummy in, slide the opposite arm and leg away. Breath in to hold it and breathe out and bring it back. You can stay with this, or you can now start to lift the back leg as well. So draw the tummy in, slide the opposite arm and leg away, and then using the muscles in your bottom and the back of the leg, float the leg up as well. Breathe in and breathe out and bring everything back. And change sides. Breath in to relax and prepare. Breathe out, slide an opposite arm and leg away from each other. Tummy working, bottom working, muscles that stabilize the shoulders, a nice straight line. And then bring that back. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale, slide away. Keep the hips level, keep the shoulders level. Nice straight line from fingertips to toes. And bring it back. And make the next one your last one, keeping that gaze to the floor. Slide the opposite arm and leg away. Float up, breath in to hold it. And breathe out and return. Well done. From there, just bring your bottom back towards your heels to take the weight off those wrists. But if that's not comfortable for you, you could roll onto your back and just hug your knees in towards your chest. Back and shoulders. Creating a diamond shape with your thumbs and your fingertips. Lying on your tummy, rest your head onto that shape with your elbows relaxed out to the sides and your feet about hip distance apart. Now scooping your tummy muscles in, slide your shoulders away from the ears and then peel your head and your chest slightly off your mat, keeping your gaze down to that shape. And then lower it back down. Breath in to prepare. Breathe out, scoop your tummy in, slide the shoulder blades down your back, peel your head and your chest slightly off your mat, gazing down at that shape you've made with your hands. And lower it down. Now, if you feel a little tense in the upper back, you could always slide the fingertips a little bit further away from each other so your upper back can feel more relaxed. Or if you're not comfortable with this position with your shoulders, you could always bend your forearms a little bit like we did in the first beginner session so that your fingertips are pointing more towards the wall away from you. Let's do that one more time. Slide the shoulders down away from the ears, scoop your tummy in and peel your chest a little bit off the floor and lower it down. Now you can stay with this move if it's more comfortable for you, or we can progress to the next one by placing your forehead on your small folded towel so that you can breathe there and placing your arms down by your sides. Now with this one, I want you to open out across the collarbones so the shoulders are away from the ears. Float your arms off the floor, hands off the floor there. Scoop your tummy in and your bottom in and float your head and your chest slightly off your mat there. Breath in, breathe out and lower it down. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, float the arms off the floor, little float off, tummy and bottom in, float the head, peel the chest off. Breath in to hold it and breathe out, lower it down. Keeping that gaze towards the floor. Float the arms up, open out across the shoulders and the chest, float the head and the chest off. Keeping your gaze down and lower it down. And again, float the arms, tummy and bottom in, and peel the head and the chest off. Breath in to hold it, and breathe out and lower it down. Make this next one your last one. You could always pause the video and do a few more if you wanted to. But otherwise, we're now go into a stretch. So if you place your hands either side of your shoulders, come up onto your knees and sit your bottom back towards your heels to feel a nice stretch through the length of your back. Or you could lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest if that feels more comfortable. It's the same stretch, just upside down. Whatever position you've chosen, just take a moment there to breathe wide and full into the sides of the back. Just feel that length and that width through the back as you breathe. The next exercise I would normally do seated or standing. I'll be doing it sat back onto my heels just for the purpose of keeping in shot for today. So gently bring yourself out of that, and either you can sit like me if you're comfortable like that, or bring yourself to seated on a chair or standing. Now with your arms relaxed down by your sides, I want you to bring your palms up to face the ceiling, elbows relaxed by your sides, so you look like you're holding onto a tray. And then you're going to take your hands slowly away from the tray, and then bring your hands back under the tray like this. So as you do this exercise, I want you to try to keep the elbows relaxed down by your sides so they're not leaving your body too much here. They just stay in the same place. And it's just the forearms that come out to the sides and come back. Now, again, you can stay with this. This is the more gentle level, which you can stay with if you like. Or we're going to start to add a small float out to the sides with the arms. So come out to the sides with your hands. And then float the arms out without the shoulders coming up towards the ears. Draw the elbows back into your sides and come back to center. Forearms come out to the sides. Then gently extend the arms out. Draw the elbows into the sides of the body using the sides of your back and come back to center. 3 more. Arms come out. Float the arms out. Bring them back and come back to center. Rotate from the shoulder joint there. Reach out without lifting the shoulders. Draw the elbows back and return to center. And relax. Stretch. Now let's stretch out. Lying on your back with your knees bent, just bring one knee up towards your chest and hugging that knee in either with your hands at the back of the thigh like this, or you can place your hands onto the front of the shin if that's more comfortable. From there, you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly extend that bottom leg along the floor so that you can open out in the front of the hip there. Holding it there, breathing wide and full, allowing the shoulders to relax into your mat. And change sides. Place the top foot down, slide the bottom leg up, hug the knee into your chest, either holding on at thigh or shin. Hold it there for a moment. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly slide that bottom leg all the way along your mat, opening out through the front of the hips on the other leg. Relax the shoulders, breathing wide and full. Now let's stretch the back of the legs. Place that foot down, slide the other leg up towards your bottom and fold the knee up over your hip, holding on to the back of the thighs. Very gently extend that foot up towards the ceiling, just taking that leg as straight as is comfortable for you. Just keeping that pelvis nice and anchored to the floor, feeling that stretch through the back of the leg. Should be a comfortable stretch. So if your leg starts to shake, just bend the knee a little bit there, just ease off a little bit. And change sides. Pop that foot down, bring the other knee in, anchor the pelvis to the floor. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. Just holding that stretch at a range that's comfortable for you. Keeping that bottom anchored down. And release. From there, if you could roll onto your sides and then slowly bring yourself to seated. Again, if you're not comfortable in a seated position, you could bring yourself slowly up to standing, making sure that if you're coming to standing, you have your knees on your mat rather than the hard floor. Now, placing your arms by your sides, can you reach one arm up towards the ceiling? At the top of that move, relax your shoulder and then lift the ribs up and lean very slightly over, just getting that nice stretch through the sides of the waist there. Nice breath into the side of the back and breathe out and come back. Change sides. Other arm comes up towards the ceiling. At the top of the move, relax your shoulder, lift the ribs, reach up and over. Feeling that nice stretch through the side of the body. And bring that back to center. This time, place one hand in front of the other, in front of you, and then just ease the hands away from you so you feel that gentle stretch between the shoulder blades. And then open the arms out to the side, tummy in as you open them out to the sides, and relax the arms down. Give your shoulders a couple of big rolls to finish. One more time. Roll it round, nice big circle. And you're done. Well done.